Let's say anything about you listen to any football team song. But it's now my pleasure to welcome the chair of the IHME board, Dr. Frenk. Thank you, Paul. Thank you very much. We're in good shape so long as we don't play the University of Washington. Not doing too bad. And that way we avoid also a small conflict from President Anna Couchy, since, as you know, we're proud to have her as an alumna of the University of Miami. We do some very good things to Seattle. But you know, the Population Health Initiative that was launched earlier by President Couchy is really as impressive in scope as it is in substance, and it is placing the University of Washington as a leader in this field. It's one of the most exciting initiatives anywhere in the world today around the concept of population health, which is an integrated concept. Now, one very simple part, as Dr. Ramsey was just saying, of that leadership is IHME, and I've been really more than privileged to serve in the role of chair of the IHME Board of Directors since its inception. It's a lot of time to recycle the chair, but it's been an amazing experience to see this idea grow into what IHME has bloomed into. I want first of all to acknowledge Dave Bloom, who's also been a member of the board from the very first day, and his wife Barbara, who in 2013 established the award we are presenting this year. Dave, it's really been one of the best parts of serving us in the board of IHME, getting together with Barbara. And thank you so much for instituting this award, which is now already one of the most prestigious awards anywhere in the field of population health. I also want to take a minute to acknowledge the other board members who are here this evening. So I'm going to ask them to please stand as I call your names and remain standing, so all of us can recognize your crucial role in the development of IHME and global health abroad. So in alphabetical order, Lincoln Chen, Stephen Cucciaro, Simon Davis, Victor Zhao, James Holton, Marcia Condoy, and of course, David Wu. Please join me together. And now it is my pleasure to introduce the man who makes all of this possible, the director of IHME. You know, we would probably take the entire evening if I was going to begin to enlist all of Chris's accomplishments, all his awards, all the books he has written, and the books that have been written about him, and all the papers that he has edited. As you know, suffice it to say that they are slightly numerous. But what I will say is something that not many people know, and that is that his passion, his lifelong commitment to helping others live not just a longer, but healthier life, started when he was at the ripe old age of 10 years old. It was in 1973, and he and his family spent several months in Difa, in Niger, serving local residents in a hospital that his parents administered. Now, Chris was the hospital pharmacist, 10 years of age, precocious. And his keen observations led him to raise and reflect on three questions. Why are people so sick in some communities? What makes them so sick? And how can we go beyond giving care to the individuals that showed up in the hospital and start transforming the health of all populations? Well, more than 40 years later, his reflections on these questions are really the driving force and the vision behind IHME. So, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Chris Murray to the podium.
acts to follow. Great pleasure to be here. It's fantastic to see a diverse group from many walks of life here to celebrate the Drew Award. And we're going to hear a lot more about our awardee later tonight. And I'm not going to keep you from dinner, but just to add a few reflections on where we've been and where we're going. You've heard the story. We started 9 years ago, Paul Ramsey and 3 people and 9 members of the board. And we've grown to 300 people in Seattle and a network of 1,800 very active collaborators in 130 countries. And it's been an interesting journey. We started with a mission which was to empower people to make better decisions about health, their own health, their community's health, their government's health, health at the global level, and to do that with the best possible science and to make change through better decisions. And we're still on that journey. We certainly haven't achieved it, but we have made contributions. And what started as a small idea has turned into, I think, almost a global coalition or movement around that. And I think that's what brings me the most pleasure of seeing how this has expanded beyond an intellectual exercise into one that actually seeks impact and seems to be used. We like numbers, so we track lots of metrics, lots of publications, lots of citations, lots of web, visits, data visualization, downloads, and they're all growing exponentially, which is also good because they're large and growing, and that's great. But of course, the thing that matters most is the use, and that's why this evening is so important and so special, because we are recognizing somebody who's taken evidence and made good change. And that's what we all actually seek to do above and beyond the nice data visualizations and Bayesian statistical models that we invent and a host of other things that come with the sort of terrain that we're working in. So, tremendous event. Thank you, Dave and Barbara, for the vision to make this happen. As we're rolling up next year on our 10th anniversary, and I think we're see ourselves in this business for the long term. We're not going anywhere. And we also have the idea that, in some sense, I was talking to Lincoln Chen just before the dinner, that we've been busy the last 10 years, we've been growing, we've been trying to expand, but I feel like we're just starting to get into our pace where we can have real impact. And we are expanding what we do into forecasting, into very fine-grained spatial analysis here at home in the US or in Africa or in Asia, thinking about health systems and how they perform, and then coming back to the topic that Hulu and I hold dear. And as we expand the scope of what we do, it will all still be driven by that core belief that if we can make the evidence digestible, available, based on sound science, available to people to make better decisions, eventually, people like tonight's awardee will take that evidence and turn it into a change. So, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for coming to recognize achievement on the impact front. Please enjoy your dinner, and I'm sure the lady of ceremonies will tell us after we've eaten our dinner what the next set of events are. Thank you very much.